Hello, everybody. It is walk and talk time. I haven't walked much today, so I decided to take one little quick walk around the block. And I had on. It's a little on the chilly side, actually, but it's certainly still a nice day. So we'll take a little walk and talk around the park. And back to the 30 habits for happiness. So habit number 2 is eat well. And for me, it's different things at different times, I guess. So I had a good my son actually ordered and I picked it up. So we did have a little family dinner, and I think one of the things I think about with eating well is, hi Deb, is if you can, eat with family, eat with people you care about, eat with people you love, maybe eat with friends that you love, if it's not family, or eat with acquaintances that you enjoy. They're with. Hey Sue. So that's, I think, part of it for me anyways, to enjoy a meal with other people, talking about your day. And here's one of my favorite trees. I know it's getting dark, you probably can't see me. So eat well to me means a bunch of things. I don't know how many of you, I recently got turned on to a movie called That Process, of how food gets to our table, particularly meats of all types, including even, fish and chicken and pork and cow, red meat. So anyways, if you do get to see it and have time to watch it, it's about an hour and a half, I think, something like that. Very, very interesting take on the American diet. Hey, Debbie. So one of the things I think about with eating well is, going more to the fruits and vegetables and less meat. And I still am having a hard time with the less protein than I have before. So that's one of the things I'm still kind of debating in my head. How much do I want to believe of this, what this movie talks about, and how much do I believe of some of the other nutritional stuff that I've learned over the years? So it does give you some food for thought, but I know that people who have kind of switched over and gone more vegan or more vegetarian, their blood work and numbers and stuff like that, especially people with issues like cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, heart issues, almost everything that's, not good to have. All those numbers improve greatly by following one of those diets. And I'm not going to call it a diet. It's actually really a different plan of living, because it is sustainable. It is something you can do. So even if you only do it like I do so far, more like 60% rather than 30% of the time, I think that's still a move in the right direction. So that's kind of been my plan and my process to go through this. But in order to be happy, your body needs fuel. Your body needs to, operate every day for you. If you don't live here, where will you live? Is the old saying. So you want to make sure that your body is going to perform in the manner that you would prefer. And so I guess I'm thinking about that today in terms of the eat well is number 2 on the list. And I have pretty much, like I said, changed over some of the things. I think for eating well too, it's not just food. It can be more of everything that you take in. So maybe people want to think about it in terms of what kind of information you take in? What are you consuming for information? You know, is it negative? Is it fear tactics that are being spread across, you know, the world right now with this pandemic? So try to like not take too much of that in. There's a lot of people doing some really insane things out there. And just don't get taken advantage. I think that's one of the things I'm going to say right now. There's all kinds of opportunities to take advantage of, certainly. Good things like meditations and peace prayers and those kinds of things. Nothing wrong with that. But if that stresses you out to do too much of that, then don't. You know, take everything in small chunks. And when you do shifts in diet or changing things, then do them slowly. You know, do them as a slow process. Don't try to change everything overnight. So I think that's where it's real easy. Hi, Risa. So I think when people look at, you know, how they want to shift maybe some of the food that they're eating over to being more in that area, but also shift some of what you're watching and some of what you're inputting in terms of your emotional well-being and your mental well-being, is maybe limit some of the information that's out there. A lot of times you'll hear something the first time you hear it, and then you find out later it wasn't even true, and you got yourself all worked up over it. So I think, you know, try to limit how much comes in that route as far as that goes. And if you can, you know, get some of those old TV shows on. And I have antenna house too. I mean, I have cable too, but I go on antenna a lot, and they have a Laugh Network, which is comedy stuff, and Cozy TV. They have, you know, Seinfeld and Frasier and According to Jim and some of the old That 70s Show. And so sometimes I'll just, you know, little binge watching some of that stuff just keeps me present to where I am, enjoying the moment and taking good care of myself that way. So I think that's probably a lot of way. So the 30 days, we got 28 more on the 30 days to happiness. 30, I forgot what the title of the paper is. 30 habits for happiness. That's what it's called. So that's habit number 2. Yesterday was be kind. And certainly that's something I was able to do all day today. Pretty good, huh? I didn't have a lot of interactions with people. It was pretty easy. But I actually was, for the most part, pretty kind today. And then today is habit number 2 is eat well. So I always think of a lot of different things when I think of eat well. Hey, Jerry, how's it going, buddy? And, you know, there's a lot of wonderful people out there on the planet that care about everybody. And we care about you and you care about them. And so that's how the circle continues, right? We share it, we pass it on. So I know that it's dark tonight at this time in Connecticut anyways. And, well, I got a couple of stars up there. So I don't see our moon at the moment. I'm not sure where it went. I know it'll be out later. I saw it last night. It was pretty impressive. But I'm going to sign off in the usual way, guys. It's the sun is always shining. Because it is. It's over in California at the moment. But even tonight when you're sleeping, the sun is shining then too. So keep the faith. And the sun is always shining everywhere you are, taking good care of you on planet Earth here. Hey, Sue. So, hey, we'll be in touch again tomorrow. And I'll give you number 3 of the happiness habits. So, bye for now.